So we're here with Alan Roan from Cervus Defence Group. So welcome on in.
Thank you.
And tell me a little bit about Cervus, who you are, what you do, that kind of thing.
We're a small company based in the UK, been going since 2013, and we do a mixture of products and services that supports collective training in unpicking force development and collective training issues.
Oh, okay. So you're saying is I as a company would have a whole bunch of training data that I've used from all the multitudes of times that I've been training. It's just sitting in a pile right now. You would help me go through that and find the best numbers for it, the best case for it, exactly what everything I would need.
Correct. So it's a common problem not just here in the US, but across most armies at the moment, and air forces and navies have this vast amount of training data that basically sits in this bucket. They're not using it, exploiting it to its full capacity. So there's a number of things that you can get benefit from. The first one is learning. So when you do an after-action review, you can have a much richer interaction with the information that you've gathered during the training activity, and you understand better what mistakes you're making or what you're doing really well. The second one is if you collect this data over a really long period of time, you can start looking at trends and identifying force development issues that you can start picking on and making changes to based on evidence. And the last one is unusual in that because you're capturing all this data on training, you can start applying costs to it and start seeing how much the true cost of training is. And you can start looking at the way in which you change the way that you train based on evidence.
Okay, so you're just helping make my training that much more efficient, and you're telling me how my results really are.
Correct. Every other industry has this sort of stuff at the moment. I like to think of it as a heart rate monitor for defence. It's allowing you to see what your performance is and then suggesting improvements that you can make to get it to the performance that you want to get it to.
Oh wow! So that definitely helps on the back end. Most companies always want to do the training itself. No one ever really thinks about the data in the back end and how much that can possibly help.
Yeah. So the thing about us, I guess, which is slightly different from other companies, is that we can apply ourselves onto any training system. We just need to understand what types of data is coming off that system. Maybe a training system, or it could be a platform itself, or a human being. We can integrate that data to give you a much richer picture of what's actually happening on the training battleground.
So what kind of companies do you serve? Small, big, large, huge?
We work with, across the whole spectrum. We're a small, medium enterprise, so we have to be agile enough to work with a variety of customers. At the moment, we're working with the Dutch government through the Dutch Army, and we're working with them to do a series of CCDs to get them to understand the power of training analytics. And we're also working in the UK using a similar process to help them with force development through using collective training data to provide evidence for change.
So you're a medium company, small medium company, but you work with all the companies.
Yes, yes.
That's very good.
And it's an interesting change, I think, that's happening elsewhere in other sectors. We're seeing the small, medium enterprises adding that level of innovation that perhaps some of the big primes aren't able to do because of the processes. And it's the ability to bring in the right subject matter experts you normally in a small company to solve a particular problem that gives you that level of innovation. I think we're starting to see things that's particularly important. And there's a real change that's happening, I think, in this kind of market.
Yeah, and this is your first year at ITSEC.
Yep.
So you have a good response here so far?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been overwhelming. We've been busy on the booth the whole time. A bit of jet lag, so a bit tired. In combination with all of these meetings, it's quite difficult to concentrate for 12 hours and have all these meetings. But it's been fantastic. We've really enjoyed being here.
That's good. Well, that's great for everyone who's here at ITSEC, but not everyone is here at ITSEC. So how can they contact you if they're like, hey, I've got a lot of data that I need sorting through? How can they contact you in the future to have your services help them?
That's a good question. So the easiest thing to do is to get onto our website, which is www.cervusdefence.com. And then there's a link that takes you direct to our systems and our services and products, and then you can contact us through the website.
Okay, well, then, thank you, Alan, for coming over on here. Good luck with the rest of the show. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.